Have you ever noticed something strange lately? Creating video has never been easier. You can generate images with AI, create animation with AI, write script with AI, even edit videos with AI. Yet, despite all these incredible tools, there is still one thing that instantly exposes whether content feels professional or immature. It's the sound. You can spend hours creating beautiful visuals, add cinematic music, and write an amazing script, but the moment a robotic voice started reading it, the entire illusion breaks. The audience immediately knows they're listening to a machine, and that's exactly the problem I was trying to solve. Over the past few weeks, I tested a ridiculous number of AI voice generators. Some were decent, some were terrible, and some sounded impressive until I hit their paywall. Every time I found a voice that actually sounded human, there was always a catch: monthly subscriptions, character limits, credit systems, hidden restrictions. It felt like the best voices were reserved only for people willing to spend money every month. But then I came across something that genuinely surprised me. Hidden inside Google AI Studio is a speech generation feature that most people either don't know about or completely underestimate. And after spending hours experimenting with it, I realized this wasn't just another text to speech tool. This thing is much closer to having your own virtual voice actors. The first thing that caught my attention wasn't the number of voices available. It was how much control you have over them. Most text-to-speech tools expect you to type text, click generate, and accept whatever comes out. Google's system works differently. It gives you the ability to direct the voice. Instead of simply choosing a voice and hoping for the best, you can tell the AI exactly how the character should sound, how they should feel, and what type of emotion they should communicate. That one difference changes everything. Let me show you what I mean. Imagine you're running a YouTube channel for children's story or animated content. Most creators would simply choose a female voice or generate the audio. The result usually sounds fine, but it doesn't feel alive. Instead, I'm going to use Google AI Studio to create this type of character. So I selected soft female voice and give it a detailed instruction. I'm going to describe a cheerful young storyteller speaking to children, full of excitement, warmth, curiosity, and playful energy, like she is sharing a magical bedtime adventure. Then I paste one of the lines of my script to see how it sounds.
There was a very clever and cunning landlord who owned a large portion of land in the entire village. He would slyly lend small amounts of money to those in need who came to him for help.
So guys, you checked how perfect it sounds. Now I decided to go the opposite direction. What if instead of a cheerful storyteller, I wanted a voice for mystery videos, horror content, or documentaries? I selected deeper voice and changed the instruction completely. This time I'm going to describe a mysterious narrator speaking slowly, confidently, and with a sense of hidden knowledge, as if he revealing secrets that nobody else knows.
Elena lived in an isolated cabin in the Colorado mountains. One stormy night, the power went out. As she lit a candle, a wet, rhythmic tapping started at her bedroom window.
So the exact same technology produced something entirely different. The pacing, tone, and atmosphere changed. Now you can see it feels like listening to a dark documentary rather than a standard AI voice. This is when I realized most people are using AI voices completely wrong. They are treating them like software when they should be treating them like actors. Think about it. If a movie director wants a specific performance, they don't simply tell the actor to read the script. They explain the mood, the emotion, the personality, and the situation. The better the direction, the better the performance. Google AI Studio works in a surprisingly similar way. The more specific you are, the more convenient the sounds becomes. But I wasn't satisfied yet. A single voice is useful, but what about actual conversations? What about story with multiple characters? This is where things become really interesting. I switched over to the multiple speaker feature and decided to create a simple scene between a father and his daughter.
Daddy, do you think stars ever get lonely up there in the sky?
No, sweetheart, because every star has millions of other stars around it. They're never really alone.
Then why do they look so far apart?
Because sometimes the most beautiful things need space to shine.
It felt like an actual conversation. For storytellers, animators, and creators, this opened up possibilities that normally required hiring multiple voice actors. After that, I wanted to see how far I could push it. Could it handle longer content? Could it remain consistent? So I started generating larger section of narration, documentary script, storytelling content, educational explanations. What inspired me most wasn't just the quality, it was the consistency. Once I found a voice and a style I liked, I could keep generating more content while maintaining the same character and tone. That's incredibly important if you are building a channel where your audience become familiar with a specific voice.
Hills and dense forests lies a small village that most maps no longer mention. To travelers passing near,
Of course, no AI is perfect. There are still moments where you will want to regenerate a section or slightly adjust your instructions. But compared to what most free text-to-speech tools offer, the difference is huge. Instead of fighting the software, you're collaborating with it. You are shaping performance rather than simply generating audio. And that's really the biggest lesson I learned from all these experiments. The secret is not finding the perfect voice. The secret is learning how to direct one. The technology is already incredibly powerful. The people who get the best results are not necessarily using better tools. They are giving better instructions. They understand the personality they want, the emotion they want, and the experience they want their audience to feel. So whether you are creating children's stories, YouTube documentaries, educational videos, animations, podcasts, or even simple social media content, Google AI Studio gives you something that many creators have been looking for. High quality AI voice without forcing you into inexpensive subscription just to get started. And once you begin experimenting with different characters, emotions, and storytelling styles, you will quickly realize that the biggest limitation is not the technology anymore. It's your imagination.